Hi, singer-songwriter Colette O'Connor, and it's a stormy, rainy, cold night, and I'm sitting down with a song that I haven't looked at in a while because I was busy putting together the Double Down album and getting that stuff written and recorded, and that's done. Amen. And so now I'm taking a look at some songs that I haven't been able to play for a while and getting them back into my fingertips and my head. That I take you along for the ride, analyzing a little bit of a song called Ground to Dust. It is a song that I had released on my I Think I Am album. It's track 1. I liked it a lot. And the reason it was track 1 is because it's a cautionary tale. It's an attention getter. It makes you sit up and take notice and pay attention because it's a strong song, and it's relevant because it discusses civilizations that have been ground to dust, that we live on top of. Our houses are built on top of, our histories are made from, and they all seem to have an expiration date, whether it's 100 years, 500 years, 1,000 years, and they all become sand, they all become dust, as do we all. So with that in mind, that's the kind of songwriter I am. I take these heavy concepts, and then me and the guitar have to sit down and figure out how to have this conversation, make it a duet, make it so that the guitar has something important and vital to add to the song. And it's not all about me trying to be a fancy guitar player. It's about what the guitar has already in it that I can tap into in a way that supports the song. So thinking about the theme, and it is Ground to Dust. It's a nice dark and stormy chord here. I also needed the guitar to walk, to march like time, to march like war, to march like people. Flair for the dramatic, doesn't it have? Times of glory always fall. So much to grind between us. Oh, feel that grindstone as it turns. Every stone was a lesson learned. We started soft, we walked into it, and then we let the guitar do a little grinding. That introduced a new theme, because the walk was one. So that was one theme. We've got that. And then we went into different ways you can play it. You can pick it, you can strum it. I do a lot of directional strumming, which I think is neat, because it gives you that, as opposed to, there's a difference there. One's snappier, right? So we've got these themes already introduced, so I want to take and make the chorus something that's familiar, but give it a bit more punch. So that was the intro, the first verse, introducing the themes, and now we get into the chorus. Round to dust, into the cracks. The world goes round on everyone, and nothing ever lasts. We only have a moment. dust until it all gets ground to dust. So you'll hear that a couple of times because you want to really bring home your chorus. But we're going straight into the second verse, which is very, very familiar now. There is a name under all by which we pay Peter from Paul. What's your name? Say it now. Because on stone someday it shall be found, ground to dust, into the cracks. The world goes round on everyone and nothing ever lasts. We only have a moment in this land of sacred trust, till it all gets ground to dust. So we sort of snuck up on you a little bit, made it more personal. There is a name under all by which we pay Peter from Paul. We do it. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. We live our lives. We accumulate. We lose it all. So it all gets ground to dust. So it's a cautionary tale, but this walks us into it more personally. This second verse isn't just about generalities. Now it gets personal. It reminds us that we will have a judgment day as a civilization, but also as an individual. So, what's your name? Say it now, because on stone someday it shall be found. Graveyard, right? Here we go. And so then we did our chorus again to really hit home. Civilizations ground to dust, individuals ground to dust. Now, what are we going to do? We got to do something different. Now, a bridge is something that is essential because it grabs your attention again. Something new is happening. There's a lot of repetition that goes on here because I'm not trying to be, a doodling all over the guitar player. This guitar part supports these lyrics in a very plodding, methodical, careful way. And I love that about this piece. It keeps your focus. Now, onto the bridge. It's not a decorative thing. This is an attention-getting device. What is it going to say is important. So, we did our down to dust. See the glory as it falls. This fragile place we share between us all, when each headstone is in its place. So we just hammered home the point, and that's the crux of the song. So that's why the bridge was there. And it didn't go on very long. It was only a couple of lines, but the guitar took the melody line. That's it. Now we're back in. When each headstone is in its place, hey, where will be the human race? Tell me what's that mark we thought to make? Nothing left for us to take. It's ground to dust into the cracks. World So we mixed it up. We added a bit of the beginning introduction into that last bit, that last verse, that gave us a bit more impact, changed it up a little bit, softened the guitar part so that the lyrics could really shine through. We only have a moment in this land of sacred trust, till it all until it all gets ground to dust, ground to dust, ground to dust. So sometimes I'll end it. Sometimes I'll end it where we began on the intro, and sometimes I'll just ground to dust, ground to ground to. Without getting fancy at the end. It just depends upon how into the song and where it's taken me. Because if I'm into it, I know the audience will be into it. If I really feel the lyrics. So sometimes it's not a contrived ending. It's just, you know, if I'm feeling, I want to end it strong. Sometimes I'll shout it out, and sometimes I'll really back off, because sometimes a whisper is just as loud as anything you're going to shout. So that's Ground to Dust, and it's a fun one to play. It sneaks around a little bit. It sneaks around, but it's got the inevitability. Well, anyways, if you like this little breakdown, I was proud to share it with you, and thanks for listening to it. And I will leave a link to the very powerful music video up there, so you'll see it kind of scrolling by, and also down in the description I'll leave it down there too. That's another YouTube video that I made a few years back about the world burning and all the things we're gonna leave behind. And there's some pretty cool artwork too that was made for me by some people on Twitter when they heard the song. So I always appreciate when fans make art to go with the song. I try to always put it into the video somewhere or other. So if anything inspires you about this, get in touch, leave me a comment. Thank you very much for paying attention. My name is Colette O'Connor, ColetteO'Connor.net. If you'd like to connect further, please chat away. I'm always interested in hearing from you. Thanks. Good night.